What's up, guys? I wanted to tell you a story. About 2 years ago, 2014, in September, there was a heat wave in San Diego. It was hot as can be. My daughter was already back in school with all the rest of the kids. And I decided I was going to go to the pool that day. It was during the week. I knew that most people were going to be at work, so I probably had the community pool to myself. And when I went there, I was right. It was quiet. It was beautiful. I was able to read my book. And then all of a sudden, I heard this noise and I knew exactly what it was. It was a bunch of kids. And so I started to look and see where it was coming from. And I saw three boys run into the pool. They were excited. And in listening to them, being a little nosy, I found out that there were two brothers and a cousin. And the cousin didn't have to go back to school yet. So because of that, the father let them go to the pool for the last time because he was going to be leaving for the summer back to home. And so they were running in the pool. The youngest brother and the cousin, they just threw their stuff off, dropped their towel to the floor, ran, and they jumped in the pool. Then they started splashing. The older brother, a little more heavy set, he had his goggles on top of his head. He decided that he was going to fold his towel, put it neatly on the chair, put his flip-flops to the side, and then he did something that I knew he shouldn't have done. He went over to the edge of the pool next to my chair, and then almost in slow motion, I watched him dip his toe into the chair. And I said, no, don't do it, in my head, because I knew it was freezing. And because he felt the cold water, he decided he wasn't going to jump in. He started thinking about or planning how he was going to get in the pool. And so he had a better idea. He decided he was going to walk over to the stairs. And when he got to the stairs, he started to step into the pool. And by the time he got to about his knees in the pool, fellas, you probably know what I'm talking about, he realized he couldn't go any further. And his brother and his cousin was yelling at him. They were saying, come on, get in the pool. He said it was cold. I'm not getting in this way. He got back out. He decided to go over to the edge of the pool and try to jump in. And then at the last minute, he stopped and he almost fell in the pool. Finally, he got the nerve. He put his goggles on and he jumped in. And here's what's funny. It took his body a fraction of the second to get used to the water. But it took him about 10 minutes to figure out how he was going to get used to the water. And what's sad is they were only in the pool for about 30 minutes. 20 minutes after he jumped in the pool, his father came and said, come on, boys, we got to go. I just wanted you guys to have fun for a little bit. And here's what I realized. They were only there for 30 minutes. He spent a third of the time he could have been having fun in the pool trying to figure out how he was going to get his body used to the cold water, when the reality was it was only going to take him a fraction of the second to get used to the water. And what's sad is he didn't know when his father was going to call him home. But the funny thing is, isn't that kind of like life? See, a lot of times we spend our whole lives, or a huge portion of our lives, hemming and hawing, figuring out how we were going to do it instead of just jumping in because we're nervous about being uncomfortable. When in reality, it would only take us a short time to get used to whatever that new thing is. And here's the truth of the matter. None of us know when our Father's going to call us home. What are you hemming and hawing about? What are you waiting to do? Why not just jump in the pool? Because the reality is your body's only going to take a fraction of a second to get used to what you're hemming and hawing about and overthinking.